Welcome back. We are the Bookfest Club. I'm your co-host Jay, along with my co-host Key and my co-host Jules. And today, this is the long-awaited episode, man. People been waiting for this episode, asking us to when y'all gonna cover the book.
They've been waiting for this as long as GT6, GTA 6,
for real. Oh, I can't wait.
Concert. Like, they've been waiting on this. Like,
this
crazy.
Is book one of Capri, man. We sorry for the week hiatus, man. We just be tired, y'all. We got a lot of stuff to do. We got families. We got overnight shifts. We got bad knees. It's just a lot going on. So it's just like, yo, we record when we can, and we don't want to take no weeks off, but things happen, man. But we don't want to. What's going on, good people? How was everybody's week?
I played my first golf of the season. And
it's golf season,
I did well, man. I played with some good friends of mine, and I haven't picked up a club all year. Went out there, did pretty well. My back, however, yeah, bro, I'm gonna be in that Epsom salt later.
What about you, Key?
Yeah, I had a pretty good week. Just staying rested, working. But yeah, it was a pretty good week. What about you, Jay?
I'm good. I think well, I can't really, I don't want to say I think, but I know that knee ain't right. So I might be having to get that bad boy tested. Hopefully I think I'm going to need that surgery, but I don't care. I'll put my foot up and I'll be recording sideways like this, but Capri, you know what I'm saying? So it don't even matter. I'm just here, man. Happy to be here though, man. But let's not keep it waiting, y'all. Right? Yeah. We just left off of Cap 3 and 3.5. You know, now it's time for Big Pre to take over.
Big Pre.
So what did y'all feel about her side of the story, her speaking? Like, what did you think about her? Like, after we know all of the stuff that she's been through, what was y'all like take on her perspective, basically?
You want to go, Key?
I mean, y'all know I've always been a champion of Capri from the very beginning. So I really enjoyed this book. I feel like she finally got her time to shine, especially after the end of Capadonna 3.5. We know that she took some time off to travel. I feel like she learned how to be by herself, which is really important. You know, she went from Naheem and then to Kincaid. I feel like there was a little bit of, she didn't really want to be alone after seeing so many other people in relationships, and she's the only one without her person. So I really liked that she spent that time alone. I liked the friendship that she built with Quamir. I thought that was my favorite part of the book. You know, I feel like a lot of relationships, I think if they're grounded in friendship, they have a better chance of lasting versus if it's just romantic off rip, you know? So I really liked seeing how her and Quamir's relationship developed from being friends and then developing into something more. And I just I've always been a really big fan of Capri. So I really loved this book. I loved being in her heads.
What about you, Drew?
Man, I'm going to just go ahead and say it. I was trying to wait to save this. I feel like this is the best love story of the whole Delgado series.
Yes. I agree. I would have to agree.
It's authentic. It's not someone that's trying to be like big and bad and just violent. It's like Quamir he sings.
Mm-hmm.
He has a degree in engineering. He has
he's a real person. He just
so
happens to thug. Like,
that's crazy. He so happened to thug.
He just so happened to thug. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not a thug trying to be a romantic. Like, he's a real person. He does stocks. He's intellectual. He's smart. He's gentle with his daughter. He's managing this co-parenting situation. And then he is romancing the socks off of Capri.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
This is my favorite love story.
Yeah.
I think Capri came into her own. I love it.
Yeah.
Even before we get into the rubric, right? I didn't like Quamir, right? In the beginning, I wasn't really, I'm not a fan, right? And I just felt like, I get it. He gave her a lot of, you know what I'm saying, space and time, but I just felt like he was overdoing it, right? And there's going to be some specific examples when we go through the rubric, but I just was like, bro, really? Like, you ready to shoot somebody at the basketball court because she got on these little shorts? Like, it's New York City. It's the Rucker.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you've been in Harlem, you know what time it is. All the baddies come out, bro. You know what I'm saying? And she ain't yours at this time. You know what I mean? You just ready to kill on sight. So I was like, bro, he doing too much. And then we'll talk about him stepping out the trunk. You know, what?
Yeah.
For some chicken?
Yeah.
For some chicken. They ain't eating at no restaurant. For some chicken. Like, what are we talking about? Man, let's get into the plot, man.
Yeah.
Did the story grab you early or take too long to get going? And did the plot feel authentic or did it feel forced? Key, go ahead.
I think the story grabbed me early.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I really like Capri. I feel like the plot. It was Jahquel. It was really good. It wasn't as much maybe drama and action as it in this one as the other ones, but I still really, really enjoyed it. And, I've been a big fan of Capri, so I really, really enjoyed the plot.
What about you, Drew?
Feel like the plot, I had low expectations when I came into this read. I didn't think that there was going to be enough substance for a Capri story. I was wrong. I think it was dope. I like how she knew what the reader wanted. Jahquel knew what the reader wanted out the gate. And so the prologue kind of, she gave us a little prologue, but then she hopped right into the story. I thought it was going to be about all of her time in Singapore.
Mhm.
And maybe she met a boo over there or something like that. I just came in with low expectations. I didn't want that. I didn't want to read about her in Singapore. And Jahquel delivered on that. And so as soon as you start reading, she's coming back from Singapore. She's on her way back. She's at the airport. Capadonna thugging out the little chauffeur.
Creepy
And
ass
so
dude.
it
Get him
picks
out of
up
here.
quick. Creepy dude. Hey, yo, put that luggage in my truck.
Flipping off the old lady. Like, Cap is a wild dude, dog.
He's a wild dude. And so it grabs you off the rip. And then the whole plot, it just keeps you from Amy just making bonehead decisions to, Capri gradually becoming a bonus mom. I hope that's not a spoiler, but I just liked it. It kept me, man, I'm eating popcorn the whole time just listening. Right.
Yeah, once she came back from Singapore, I was like, okay, how is she gonna how are you gonna deliver on this, right? Are you gonna give us backstory of when she ate rice and she thought about? Nah, she gradually brought it along, and the surprise when she came home, it was just like she set it up perfect to where we got enough of the backstory we got enough that we needed, right, for her from her time away. And then as she came into our fold, it was like everybody's gearing up to welcome her home, even though she was surprising everybody. It was just like we knew that she was welcoming, you know what I'm saying? We knew that she was coming home, but I just think that she did a perfect job in setting Capri up to come in, and it felt like she didn't miss a beat. Coming home, going to the Rucker, surprising Jaden at the game, Mir and everything like that. And we get another glimpse of Goon and, how funny he is. So I think like the way she incorporated people was astronomical. But where the twists.
What Fat Joe say? No, we don't want to talk about the Rucker.
What a day! What a day! Were there any parts to you that drag, right, or repeated, or felt like a filler, like what we just spoke about? And were the twists shocking, or did you see anything? Did you see it coming? Key, go ahead.
I think there was a twist at the end where we find out that there's another brother. There's another Delgado brother. I definitely didn't see that coming because the Delgados are.
Drop one of the flex bombs for that, but I don't have the
we don't have
that was a twist that I really didn't really see that coming because the Delgados are a really tight knit, close knit family. They take care of their own. So to find out that there is another brother out there was just kind of really, really surprising. I was like, wait, and Capri talks about how he looks like Capone and Capadonna. So it's like, I think that is Gene, and I forgot the dad's name. Yeah, it's their son. I thought that was a twist. I definitely did not see that coming. What else?
Did you feel like the ending? Did you feel like the ending hit, or did it fall flat to you?
No, it definitely hit. I mean, because that's how it ends, and then you have the drama that happens with Capella when he gets arrested. Which I'll talk about that. Capella is one of my least favorite characters of the whole.
Finally,
series.
Somebody said it.
Capella was just as stupid as his daddy. I told y'all Capadonna was
stupid.
He was. I told you Capadonna is an idiot. I told you he's one of those men who wants everybody to know how big and bad he is, and he does stupid shit. Just like 40 was telling him, like, look, y'all done been doing some crazy stuff. Like the DA is on your ass. That's why I've always admired Capone, and I feel like he doesn't get his flowers. He takes care of business without putting his family at risk. Capadonna doesn't care, choking people in streets, busting people in the middle of the street. And Capella getting arrested at the end, that was definitely a twist I didn't see coming, but he was acting stupid, trying to argue with a police officer when you know the stuff that your family is into. Like, it's just like, who are you trying to prove? Like, you don't have to argue with the police. I just feel like you don't want them on your radar at all, especially with everything else that's going on with y'all family. Like, you got Capri, that's another thing, Capri being more involved in the business on the legal side of things. Like, she has to be implemented to watch out for the family, and this is the shit that Capella is doing. So that was definitely a twist I didn't see coming, but it just it hones in on the fact that Capella is an idiot. The stuff happened with. I mean, I'm sorry. I absolutely hate Capella, and
tell them how you really feel, Keith.
I really, really do. Like, he is just such a stupid, immature kid. I feel like he is the type, your dad is telling you, you don't have to be in the street. You don't have to do any of this. And he still chooses to, and you don't have to. You see Jaden is going to school. Your girlfriend's going to school. You know what I mean? And he was very insensitive in this book, but that we can talk about that later. As far as the twist, though, I didn't imagine him getting arrested because the Delgados are smart. Okay. They're supposed to be smart. They know they do illegal stuff. So Capella getting arrested along with Goon, that part was so stupid. I was like, you idiot. And of course, like I said, that they got another brother. I was like, what the heck? You know, so that definitely was a surprise for me as well.
What about you, Ju?
Love it because like we come into Capri's world, right? And Capri, I feel like she's a super character with her own supporting cast and it's her own world. Yes, we hear about Capadonna. Yes, we hear about Capone and then this new brother. I had to kind of, maybe I'm slow and I'm not, and I hope that that people hear my heart when I say that, but I was kind of slow. I had to go back and listen to it again and again. I was like, am I hearing what I think I'm hearing?
Right.
I was like, is there another brother? Is there another? Who is this guy? Like, she's okay. Let me listen to that again. So I probably listened to it about 4 or 5 times. Just that.
I mean, even the way he came in, he rescued her. Remember, like, you know, she's thinking
on a motorcycle. Yeah.
Yeah. Who is this dude? Like,
and why are we talking about him?
Right.
Mysterious guy.
Yeah.
That was a little like
that looks
little
like
crazy.
her brothers and all of them. Just like, man. And so finding out about a whole nother sibling, that was crazy. But that plot twist, and then a little twist for me was the whole trunk scene. Like just seeing,
you know, is literally insane. He's
but yeah,
crazy.
man, I feel like this book, it didn't drag to me.
I don't think so either.
I feel like it never lost his identity. You know, the way that Jahquel writes is like, man, it's so balanced. You got the soft romance, you have the family drama that's brewing underneath, especially with this new sibling coming to light, man. And then just the street level tension, it just gave me everything that I needed. And from a Jahquel novel.
So as we move on to characters and you know, do you feel like, and we'll go into the character, do you feel like the characters were believable, right? As we follow in, we know we this is our rubric, so we kind of follow it, but in that we know the other characters, right? From the Capadonna, but we don't really know the Infernal Gods, right? So these are all new characters as we introduce, right? We only seen Quamel on a certain amount of time, but now we're getting deep into his character. So we know all about the other characters, but all the new characters, you know, between knowing Capri, her found, you know what I'm saying, growth. What did y'all think about them, the main characters? And Qasim as well.
I think they made sense, especially for the story. The fact that Quamir didn't get along with his baby mama Brandy tracks. I feel like all of the people, like, you know, he had her save this waterhead. He has his quote where he's like, I want to smear shit on her face. Like, I was like, okay. That's one thing about Jahquel J. I feel like they do not like their baby mamas. Like, you know, Aaron and Capone, they're cool, but they had their little thing where they just was not getting along, you know, Capadonna and Kendra. And now we got Quamir and Brandy. So I feel like that tracked, you know, Brandy was another Kendra, really. I mean, she got pregnant with Ryder, which is Quamir's daughter, and she was mad, and she didn't let him experience that pregnancy. She was literally another Kendra, and then she's super worried about what's been going on. What I did like about Capri's book is that we see the Capri circle, all of them went to school together. Like Brandy went to school with Capri, they went to school with Quamir, so it's like
that's a whole nother layer, a whole nother
even Tookie, right? Tookie went to school with them too.
All of them.
That's a whole nother group of
all of them, Blair, all of them. It's just like it all came full circle. I feel like, and that's what I really love, that Jahquel wrote Capri's story very well, because this is a new cast of characters and they are surrounding her. I feel like in the other books, you just see how she was never the center of attention. In this books, she gets to celebrate her birthday. She has this big skating party because, you know, last year, Capadonna was coming home. She didn't get to do all that because it was overshadowed. But this book, Capri was the center of it. And I'm sorry, I love that she got her time to shine. And I just love that we got to see a little bit of, these are the people she knew from school. Like, you know what I mean? And and let me also say, I love that Jahquel writes characters who they gangbang, but they also are super, super smart. The fact that, seriously, like,
and I'll be yelling out gang gang.
Gang gang. Do you gang bang? Yeah. Like they're like
Everybody
Premier
gang
having
gang.
that engineering degree, Qasim
Right.
being like,
Yeah.
you will go to college. If you want to
Yes.
join the
These are
Inferno Gods,
educated thugs.
yes.
Let's be clear.
They and Qasim is a big brother. He's like, you want to join the IGs, you will get a degree. You're not doing it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how many street dudes do you know they're telling their brothers, they don't want them jumping in immediately. They're saying, go to school. Capri having that degree. You know what I mean? I just loved the Black excellence, and I love the duality. Duology. You know what I'm saying? Duality.
Duality.
It's that video you put out.
That video I put out. I don't know how to say
Bring it
it. You know,
home.
the duality.
You almost there.
Like the characters are like more than just one thing. They have all these different levels. So I really enjoyed the new cast of characters. Could not stand Brandy. I could not stand the girl. What's the girl? The really rich bitch who was using Capri? Jessie. Couldn't stand
that's
Jessie.
U.S. Marshal Jessie.
Yes. Couldn't
U.S.
stand
Marshal
Jessie.
Jessie.
Couldn't stand Brandy. But she gave us a new cast of characters that I love to hate. And like I said, I love the characters are new so we don't get the same thing. Because I feel like Capadonna's was the same as Capone. It was the same characters over and over. This is whole new characters, a whole new story.
That's why I say
so
this
I like
Capri
that.
is crazy.
Yeah.
And I think that escalated her writing.
Yeah.
That put her at the upper echelon because it's easy to go off the backstory of what worked before. But let me introduce you to a new host of characters, and then let me take you out the street for a minute, and let me take you on the political side because I did the street for 6 or 7 books. But now let me take you to the political side, and let me show you that my people are well educated as well. We're not going to just keep on stereotyping them throughout the whole book. I gave y'all that part, right? Now let me give y'all something else, but let me still keep it a little bit for what you like. So I felt like the pieces that she put together in this book was fire.
That part. And then the piggyback off of you, Jay, let me take you to the university.
Yeah.
Right. Let me take you to the university because we've read the series. And so like the episodes to come, I just like how they take you to the university. And I feel like that's why this Capri series.
Go ahead, say it. Go ahead, say it for the people.
It may be my favorite series.
Y'all already know it's my favorite.
Because here's the thing. I like Capone. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like Capri was like, I feel like Capone and Capadonna, that was like watching the Avengers. But this episode right here was as if it's like watching X-Men. I'm going to put it like that. It's like watching X-Men. You got all these heroes, every episode of X-Men. But then it's as if Storm got her own movie.
Yeah. And we got to see just how amazing Storm is, not in the group, but even individually. Look at who she is as a character. Yes, like I said, Capri is definitely a character that deserves her own book, and I'm so happy that Jahquel did it. Yep.
And I like how she layered in the college because it's just like that in and of itself could have been his own 0.5. Like,
what if she took us to the college days?
Yeah, that could be maybe a whole series, like for real, because all the like you with his best friend, like man. But anyway.
So, who was y'all's least favorite character? I would have to say mine. It's not even Capella. It would have been Capella if Capri's mother, Jean, didn't piss me the fuck off in this book.
I thought she was alright. She wasn't too bad.
No. The fact that she is mad at Capri for not staying with Naheem. She's mad at Capri, and the fact that Aaron's auntie had to check Jean, like, no, like, she's not wrong for not staying with him. How the hell is another woman gonna check you on how you treat your daughter? Jean is trying to get mad at Capri because she didn't stay with Naheem's cheating, lying ass. I just don't get that. Like, you're a mother. You want the best for your daughter. She's independent. She's got a college degree, and you're mad because she didn't stay with the nigga that cheated on her, had a baby on her with her ops. Like, I have lost all respect for Jean.
Streets.
And the fact that Jean is such a mother to everybody else. That's something that Aliyah says. That's something that Aaron said. These are two women who they don't have mothers. And Jean welcomed them, sucked them into her breasts. You know what I mean? Had them latching on to one of two of her titties. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, this is my daughters-in-law. She just holds them in. But when it comes to Capri, what do you mean you've been traveling? You've been doing this, and you're with somebody else? Girl, mind your business. You got a whole son out here that they don't know about. How the hell you gonna talk about Capri? You got a whole son out here. You know, come at Capri because she don't want to stay with Naheem's lying, cheating ass. it just really made me upset. And I had to mention that because somebody who watched our videos, they were like, I can't wait to see how Kiera feels about Jean. And I was like, I don't know what they mean by that. And then I read this book and I was like, oh, hell no. Like, you're a mother.
And another thing.
So I will say Jean was a character that I just was like, nope, she gets no mercy from me. She's cut off. Like, you mess with Capri, it's fuck you forever. That's why I cannot stand Naheem. I will never forgive Kincaid. And now Jean is on my shit list. So I did not like her, but I want to know who y'all did not like the most in this book.
Go ahead,
Amy.
Amy, what?
Can't stand Amy. What? Amy keep doing, like, I need Amy to read the room. Read the room, Amy. Like, pick up on the context clues. Like, bro, we not going back to my family. I'm not trying to patch nothing up. I'm a Delgado.
No, but you don't get, I talked about this in the last episode. She doesn't have a family and she's wanted a family. You got Erin, her parents are dead, right? Her parents are dead. Okay. Aliyah has no family. Amy wants to be with her family. She wants to be connected to her family. But you gotta
read the room though. They being nice to you. They making you iced tea.
But listen, Amy is also really young. I think y'all forget that.
Amy,
I feel like
Amy want to make everybody happy.
Yeah. She does. She does want to make people happy.
It almost cost her $200,000 in Queens.
But she also, that's why I said, that's another reason why I felt like I didn't like Capella, I didn't like Capadonna, because they said that in this book. She needs to get over it. We're her family. Instead of understanding, y'all can be her family. Like, I feel like the Delgados forget, y'all are not the only part of this family. They have other family. You can't just erase the fact that she has hurt and pain from that family.
Yes,
the fact that she feels responsible for the fact that her mom killed herself.
They good at erasing.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but Amy, I don't know. I felt bad for Amy this entire book. I feel like they wasn't really considering her feelings. They were just very like, get over it. And it's just, I don't know. If my parents did what her parents did and her brother did, I don't know that I would want to have a relationship with my family, especially if they see me that way.
Exactly.
But this is the only family that I have. And the Delgados welcomed her in. But remember, they welcomed her in and she knew that they were going to kill her brother. That has to fuck with somebody. Even if he did all this stuff, this is your only family. This is all you got. Like, I'm not even talking to my mommy right now, right? But if somebody did something to my mother.
So is this Stockholm syndrome? Like, for real? Because at the end of the day,
I don't even know what that is.
Where
I can't even participate.
And so what happened between her brother? Well, her brothers was Ace, right?
Yeah.
And so like Ace did something to her. He SA'd her.
He raped her. Yeah.
And so I'm not saying don't forgive. However, you no longer have the same access.
Yeah.
Amy gave her family access to her. Okay. And that's what I'm not. So you found out what Stockholm.
Yeah. I had to, bro. I don't want to be left out of the conversation.
I love Jay, man. And
right,
so
we back.
Get the kids. We go to Chuck E. Cheese. Hey, and so like I think that you can forgive. I'm not saying don't forgive, Amy. I'm just saying at the same time you no longer have the access that you once had with me, family, because you've done some things that I need to go to therapy over. And this new family, they're treating me like I deserve to be treated. They're protecting me.
I mean, are they?
Well, here's my thing.
Are they? Because Capadonna is talking that crazy all the time.
He had to check her because she's putting lives in danger.
Listen, when he first met her, if you turn your back on me, if you betray me, I'm gonna slit your throat. And I mean,
because that's the business they're in.
But that's not the first threat that he's made to her. And I told you this when we was talking about Aliyah's book. Capadonna is a rough man. The way he talks to women sometimes, it's just kind of like,
I agree.
You know what I mean? He'd be like, you a bitch, you this, I'm a drown you, I'm a just, you know what I mean? He's alwa's threatening women. You know what I mean?
He's the ultimate crash out. We've established that.
And just the way Amy
is
she's just more sensitive. And I just think they ignored the fact that they can't. And then this is another thing about the Delgados. You have to look at Aliyah. She lives for Capadonna. That's literally like whatever Capadonna wants, he gets with her. She's very simple. Yeah, but I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But think about, she doesn't have much of an identity outside of the Delgados. You look at Erin, she's the same way. She is now Capone's wife. She's the mother of his kids. That's her job. And they are comfortable doing that. Amy in this book, remember Capella gets mad when she has friends, like a male friend. He's like, oh, who's that? And it's just like, she's like, nothing's happening. This is my friend from school. She has an identity outside of the Delgados. And I think that they struggle with that because they are men who they want their women. You my woman, you under my roof. This is what you have to do. And Amy is just more like, she's young and she's like, I I want to go out. I want to party. Like, I'm young.
But
I got
life
this baby.
as you knew it is over, Amy. And she never really arrived at that area. The Delgados understand. They say it's up for life because this is the life that we're living. And I don't believe, I feel like
They're
Amy still wanted to
though.
live in the old world.
But
yes,
they are hypocrites because look at what Tasha
I feel like they're
did.
just unhealed.
Tasha did Capri, you know what I mean? Look at what Aaron did to Capri, and Capone fucked both of them. He actually, you know, I'm not Aaron, Ella did to Capri what Tasha did to Capri, and they both still fuck with it. Like Capone fucked both of them, and they betrayed your sister. They betrayed your sister. Still, she betrayed.
They didn't protect Capri.
They didn't protect Capri. So I feel like they're hypocrites. And now when it's something with Amy's family, they're like, cut them off. I'm like, you had a baby with the ops. You had a baby with the woman who broke your sister's heart. So that's what I mean. It's their inconsistencies,
yeah.
you know, and I feel like
Capri.
And again, I understand everything you're saying. Amy has to get with the program, but I feel like she doesn't have a safe space with Capone or Capella to express any of the emotional need. Like, I want a family. Y'all are my given family, chosen family, because I got a baby with him, but I still want a family of my own. Especially, you know, later in the series, her and Capella are going to go through some things. Who does she have? She has nobody. Aaron.
She ain't her ex-boyfriend no more.
But Aaron has her aunt. She has her cousin. Aliyah is so wrapped up in Capadonna, she doesn't care. Like, you know what I mean? But Amy wants more than just the Delgados, and I think that is what they missed. That she needs more than y'all.
So she has what's his name? What's her name? What's her best friend's name? That had the yoga studio. It leaves me at this time. Blair. She has Blair. I feel like she has Blair, and then they go back to college. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like Capri has Blair, and
she got
like throughout the series, her and Blair, their relationship just gets stronger and stronger.
It does, yeah.
Amy meets some people, so we'll get back to dialogue. But since y'all in the realm of it, what about like in themes? Like, what stood out of because you was going there, Key. So I want to keep you there because you was real introspective of that.
She hot today.
Yeah, she's hot. You know, I want to keep that there. So you know, when you think about Amy and you think about her family and the trauma that she's going with, Stockholm syndrome, and then you think about Capri and all of the stuff she's been through, you know, what themes stood out to you? You know, you got love, loyalty, my hustle, redemption, betrayal. Independence. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a really big theme. Yep.
Did the book, like, he's like, and this is why I want to go to themes, because Jude said Stockholm syndrome. So that's a cultural thing, right? Well, it's a cultural thing and it's a worldwide thing, right? But, you know, people who are abused or essay, they normally go back to, or they have some type of positivity about the person.
They start forming an emotional connection with their abuser.
Because Ace and, like you said, Ace and Amy. So, you know, I felt like that's a perfect example of Stockholm syndrome. She still was rocking with her brother, still loved him, you know what I'm saying? Like, and still didn't want to do anything to hinder him, you know what I mean? So that's perfect, you know, and like you said,
still wanting to have a relationship, have this like romanticized view of having a relationship.
We don't have to get it because we don't feel that way. But I felt like no one
was there a deeper message, or like, was it a deeper message in it?
I don't know. I just feel like I feel bad. Remember when Capadonna handles the mom and Capella was like, you know, man, why ain't you have me do that? He's basically like, you know, Amy is your girl. I don't want you to have to lie to her and look at her face and lie to her. And it's not that I didn't know that, you know, Amy's mom fucked up, Ace fucked up, you know, in the grand scheme of the Delgados,
Amy is messed up too. Let's be clear. Amy used to sell her body for money. Let's be clear. And so all the trauma that comes from that. And so she made some decisions that probably stemmed from
I don't know
the
nothing
SA
about that
with
yet.
Ace.
I don't know nothing about that yet. I ain't got there. So I'm like, wait a minute.
My fault. Yeah. So it's a thing. Maybe I'm getting ahead. But
I still felt like, even in the previous books,
like,
you know, nobody had Amy's back. That's how I feel. I just feel like
maybe where I'm coming from is like, I know Amy's story now. And
see,
so
I
it's like,
don't. I'm in the present. So I'm
you're in the
only
present.
on this
You're
book.
in book
And I have
one.
these like feelings that I feel bad for her the entire book. I feel like they did. And again, we don't have to get it because we're not Amy, but there was a part of me that understood. Like I said, I'm not talking to my mommy right now, right? We do not talk to each other. We don't have the best relationship, but let somebody try to fuck with my mom. Like, it's on site. It's up and it's stuck. Absolutely. Like, you're not going, you know what I mean? Like, cause that's my mommy. And so I understand.
You ain't about to score points off our family.
Yes. And so I understand that conflict that Amy feels. And I feel like I really want to see Jahquel deal with that more and that conflict that she feels. Like, yes, she's protected by the Delgados, but at the expense of losing her brother and her mom. And yes, they're not good people, but the Delgados are very controlling and demanding as well. So I just feel like she's just stuck in a rock and a hard place. She don't have nobody and she wants her family. And I just feel I am such a family person, y'all. Like, I love my family so much, and my family is not as close as I want us to be. So I understood Amy's need and I want my own family. Like, the Delgados cannot take the place. Like, I love my husband's family, but his mother can never take the place of my mom because she's my mommy. You know what I mean? And I love her. And she could say, I love you like a daughter, but you are not my mother. I want my mommy. Even if she's done A, B, C, she's my mom. It feels like mine. And so I understood that part of Amy. And her story made me emotional. I'm not going to lie. There were some parts where I was like, oh, I understand how she feels. So I don't know. I'm sympathetic to her right now. But from what Jules said, I'm like, all right, maybe not. I'm like, wait a minute.
At some point, you got to be held accountable because
she ain't done nothing in this book that's bad yet. That's what I'm saying. In this book, she hadn't really done any of those things. So
I know too much. It's the gift of it's the curse of knowledge. Yeah, it's the curse of knowledge. And my thing is just keep reading. And with me,
catch
it's
up.
just
right.
But even in this book,
sense.
But even in this book, I just didn't like the decision to go and it was too early.
By yourself,
by yourself.
But she's a little ditzy. That's one thing I will say.
And what we thought, what the reader thought was going to happen, happened.
Yeah, because I figured that too. They want her for some money or something, you know.
Yeah, they asked for some money. They looking at her ring. It's like they sizing her up.
But she looked like a whole her family steak. So bad that her common sense didn't take over. You know, she really wanted, they want to come back with me. Oh my God. So maybe my mom and brother are gone, but I still have this part of my family. And and that's one thing I will say, that's one part of her character that really didn't make sense to me. A is ditzy. She is ditzy as hell, but she's also this really good hacker. I was like, she literally is written as kind of dumb and ditzy, but then she's a genius hacker. So again, that's why she's emotionally not acting her
to the
age,
point where a strong hacker community is embracing her.
Yes, exactly. That's but emotionally, she is not there yet. So I don't know. I'm like,
she's young too. She's she's a baby.
Capadonna and them are like almost 40.
Almost 40. Yeah,
she's a baby.
18, 19. Yeah,
she got a baby. Oh, poor Amy.
So we can tie these two together, right? 3 and 5. You got the dialogue and then you got the setting, right? You got the speech, right? You got the slang and then you got the city, right? The setting of the city, right? We already know, and reason why I said that, because I feel like the dialogue and the city go together. Because if you're from New York, you're gonna sound like you're gonna sound like New York, right?
Yeah.
What about the city, this new part of the city, right? Because Capri's story is showing she's talking about Pasa Pasa because she used to be hanging out with the West Indians in college again, right? Which, like you say, could be another thing. And I'll answer this. I'll go on this one.
I was about to say you got to answer this.
That's Jay.
I only feel like Goon is the only real New Yorker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he's like he remind me of New York. Like, he remind me of New York, and Jaden remind me of New York a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, but the city, right? The city's alive. The city is just like, it's the Rucker Park. You know what I'm saying? It's the chicken spot.
Accurate? Was that accurate?
100% accurate, bro. They be outside.
Yes, y'all need to talk about that.
Yeah, Tammy from Miami. Then you got the chicken spot. Everybody out to the club, we at the chicken spot.
That's one thing. People in New York like chicken spots.
We love the chicken spot.
I feel like every book I read in New York, there's
popular corners,
like the bodegas and the chicken spots and the
Yeah.
I thought that was I've been in New York once. I don't know the culture, but I know that they're a chicken spot. They love their chicken. I feel like every book I read, New York is like that. Yes, the delis, the bodegas, the chicken spot. So I really like that.
The chicken spot was in the King of New York. Is it all of the
right?
You can't have a New York
100%,
authentic
100%.
or New York movie without a chicken spot scene.
So I felt like the city was alive when Capri was home. I felt like it shined more because she was home. They're going to lounge. She's doing stuff that the men not doing. She's going to lounges. She's doing brunches with the girls. So she's
stepping
making the
out.
city. She's at the beauty salon when everything is popping off. She at the, you know what I'm saying? It's just like she is showing this
Absolutely,
book
I
right here.
agree.
She's
The
not
city
boring.
is
She don't do
alive
the
in
same
Capri Book.
thing. Yes,
It
she
is
goes
alive. She's
everywhere.
everywhere. She's even in the other cities where she's flying out to these different states. I mean, these
She
different countries.
travels.
She's traveling. It's like she make the city feel alive. She got the mics on with the cut off boy shorts. You know what I'm saying? I could just
And then she
picture her
got the
at the Rucker.
designer.
The cameras is everywhere because Jaden is getting, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like they're out and about and they're everywhere. And it's just for me, it just make the city feel alive. You know what I'm saying? We bring back the lake house. You got Kwame's crib. You got Graham's crib. Now we got a whole new plethora of houses. So it's just making the neighborhood. It's just making everything. It's just wide open now. You know what I'm saying?
Man, hearing Jay talk about
Compound,
it, Jay made me want to go to New York like right now.
man,
Like
the new
for
compound is
real.
just everywhere. I just feel like the only thing I would say, like maybe the slang could be a little bit more New Yorkish, right? When I listen to, if you hear my brothers talk, you would be like,
I mean, I'm
what
listening
is
to you
going
talk. This
on?
is Jay. When y'all hear my brothers talk,
Yo,
he said,
I be listening to my
I
brother
love
sometime,
the
like,
way
brother,
Jay
you are a
talks.
little
He be like,
too New
yo,
York.
bro, talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Partner.
I be
He
like,
said, you
yo,
a
these
little
guys,
too New York.
everything's, you feel me? Feel me? Like, you feel me? I'm
Jay,
like,
but that's what you
what?
talk like.
What are you
sound
talking
like
about?
that. That's
But I
what
don't
are
be
you
thinking I
talking
sound like
about?
that. And it's like,
Jay,
yo, they be talking, he be like, yo, I'll be like, my brother was talking to my brother the other day. He was like, bro, these dudes be acting. He's like, yo, bro, what am I? I'm like, what? What are you talking about? What do you mean? Like, what are you saying? So Ja just got the city like she felt alive. But was it anything between those two like that y'all felt different about from the other books?
I just like the variety and locations. Capri goes everywhere. Like, she's going here, she's going there, she's traveling, she's with Quamir. I just feel like like I said, the Delgados is such a close-knit community. They're so like, even the fact that they have a compound where they live up under each other, it's just like, come on. Like,
And Capri's
yeah,
is not
have
done
some
yet. That shows
independence.
that her life is still not in order.
Yes, Capri but she does her own thing. I love this. Like she beats her own drum or whatever the hell that phrase is. She does her own thing. And I just feel like the city was alive. The setting was alive. It was dynamic. I don't like books that take place in the same place over and over. I feel like Capadonna and Capone's, it was like at their house or on the highway, And you know
then
what I mean?
at the store.
Capri was everywhere. At the
Even
store.
at the store, when she reminded me, she when she came up behind him, or Amy came up behind him, she was like, "Freeze, nigga, you want to die?" And I thought that was dope. And if you watch the Mac when Richard Pryor did it, and he was like, "It's like that, young blood." He like, "It got to be what it got to be, baby."
See, I don't
You
know
know what I'm
nothing about
saying?
Richard
So,
Pryor,
you got to
but
watch the Mac. But yeah,
okay.
that's what that reminded me of. And we still got our saxophones. Right?
Yeah.
We still got our saxophones. It's not a Jahquel book without a street scene, without a highway scene. So we got a highway scene. We got the saxophones. So the city was alive. Go ahead, Ju.
I feel like something that we need to talk more about is like the lighter, right? And as this series goes on, this lighter never goes away. It's the lighter that Quamir gave Capri.
They are so cute.
That's why I say this is the best love story because
we haven't even touched on the love story. Yes, go ahead.
Because this dude booked a whole ticket to see her off. He didn't go nowhere. He just booked a plane ticket so he could get past TSA
to go say bye to her,
and say goodbye to her, to give her a hug, and then give her a lighter. Now listen, this lighter, no.
All right, hold on, y'all. We gotta be quiet. Jules is speaking, y'all.
He didn't give her fire.
Turn the lights down.
He gave her the ability to create fire.
See,
I'm just saying, man, like this is what it is. He wasn't saying I'm your everything. He was saying that, listen, man, I'm just reminding you of the power that you have, right?
Ooh,
like
I get chills.
I'm just,
here we go. That's what
you already have everything that you need. And I want you to have the best year of your life away from all of this, man. But here's this lighter.
Yep.
Because it's also symbolic of the flame that we are tending to, right? And that we're feeding, that we're growing.
Oh my God.
And so, man,
he talking, y'all.
I'm just saying, man, it's a lot behind this lighter. And I feel like
he's talking, y'all.
And I love that it's a beautiful symbolic token of just like, remember what we have. Remember what we're building. Just like you build a fire, that's what we're building. We're building a flame that's going to eventually, as you continue to journey through this series, turns into a bonfire.
And he had faith in her,
And then the name, right? The name. You're about to be what you're holding in your hand. You're about to be an inferno. Like, man, listen. I almost
Well,
fell
that's
out my
deep.
chair when he gave her the lighter, man, because
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, they going here with it."
See, I
Okay,
didn't even connect it, but that's and I like what you said
talking.
too when you said that he gave her the ability to create fire.
Yeah.
I feel like, and because I feel like a lot of people in the series underestimate
he was talking
Capri a
panties off
lot.
back in
You
the
know,
day.
they always are like, "No, Capri, you can't come. You can't do this. You can't do this." Wait, what'd you say? I want to laugh. I'm sorry, I
Yo,
missed it.
my boy is Rafael De La Ghetto
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
No, boy,
And I love
bro.
it because it's like, man, every time you flick that lighter, I want you to remember who you are.
Yeah.
That's
You
what I'm
are a
talking about.
flame. You are a torch. It was like, man, remember your identity. I've been saw it. I've been watching how you move with your family for years. I've been knowing you since college. Man, we ain't gonna get into that, right?
No, but
And so,
that's very true.
and so I just feel like he's been seeing something in her before he knew her as a Delgado that's really like that could, set the whole block on fire. He knew her as Capri, the college student, right? And there was a connection, there was a flame even then.
Even when he was with girl,
even when he was with Brandy.
Even when he was with Brandy, they still had a connection. And like you said, I think that's why Quamir and Capri are perfect together because she is underestimated in the series. There's many times where she's like, I can handle it, I can do that. And her brothers are always like no, Capri, no, Capri. Even when she's taking a more active role in the legal side of things, they don't want her involved, but Quamir never doubted her. He never doubted her. He knew that she could handle herself. And he gives her
that part,
like the courage to do it. Just like going back to what you said, Jules, you hit the nail on the head. He gave her the ability to make fire. Like, you've always had this in you. Like you good on your own. I bought this plane ticket not to come with you, but just to tell you goodbye. And
he respected her boundaries, right?
He respected her boundaries.
And when a man respects your boundaries, your boundaries, he finds deeper ways to reach your heart.
Exactly.
And he did just that.
And he was a friend to her when she was overseas.
The celibacy,
he was the one part,
right?
Joint celibacy. Oh, I'm so happy you touched on that.
He said, look, we don't have to have sex, but I'm gonna give you something that's even deeper than sex. I'm gonna give you a flame.
I'm gonna give you friendship.
He ain't that goddamn romantic. Don't give him all this credit. Man, he just wanted to be.
No,
he just wanted to clap.
No, he didn't. He respected the boundaries, bro.
Since the fact that they were in college, okay? He had a crush on her even when he was with Brandy. And just like you said, they built a foundation of friendship. He just gave her all the courage to be who she wanted to be. The fact that she's overseas.
She said out her mouth, she said, he could have asked me to like stay and not go, and I would.
And he didn't.
But he didn't do that.
He knew that she needed that time away, and he was like, "Go." And he was there for her the entire time.
Yeah, that's maturity,
She would
man.
call him all the time. They would talk on the phone all the time, and she says a couple times he became her best friend. So not only do they have this romantic connection, but I told you their relationship is grounded in friendship. She knows that he can talk to her, and she can talk to him. And I just. And I would say this, that was the one conflict that they had in this book. I feel like Capri wanted Quamir to open up more than he was ready to. And I respected that about him. He is a father before anything. He wouldn't even let her come around his daughter yet because he was like, I don't know if we there yet. And
he doing Peach's hair.
Literally doing her hair. He's an active father. And I respected so much the fact that no matter how much he liked Capri, there was just certain things that he was just like, we building that flame, but we ain't all the way there yet. And there was a conversation they have. I don't know if it's in this book or the next, but he keeps it real with her. Look, you have something going with Kincaid and you see how that ended. So I'm not just going to be jumping into this. Like, I want this to be for real. Like, I'm looking for my IG lady, like my infernal goddess.
Exactly.
So I just respected the fact that this book, he was a father and he was like, he even says it's a quote where he was like, I don't have anybody around my daughter. Like, I don't do that. And my time with my daughter is my time with my daughter. And I respected that even when he wanted to hang out with Capri, his daughter always came first. Just a man who treats his daughter like that, like the queen, empowers her. You know what I mean? Like,
to see someone who could be that ferocious, be just as gentle
with his daughter and the TikTok videos that they used to do, and just seeing him be. That's why I said Quamir just has so many levels.
He knows how to connect. He knows how to give meaning. The other men in this series, they want the attention. They want to give pressure.
Jay don't like. Look, just because he beat Naheem's ass, which I've heard about it, I haven't got.
He snuck him. I don't want to hear that.
I'm glad that Naheem.
Now the emotional impact is y'all sounding like y'all all a team. Y'all forgot what he did to our boy, and y'all just feeling like y'all team men now. Y'all
Into
team
who?
meerkat.
Wait, who's our boy that
Man,
you're
I had
referring
time
to?
to
He snuck
sleep
our
on it.
boy. But I'm just
Who?
saying,
No,
like,
no, 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 no.
y'all
Who's
really feeling like,
Jay?
You
Who's
sneak
our boy?
nobody.
Who's
what you
our
mean?
boy? No,
Come
tell me
on,
who you're
man.
referring to.
N
Who's
to the
our
A to
boy?
the I to the E to the M. Come on,
Okay,
man,
so
stop. But I'm
that's
saying,
y'all. That's y'all's boy. I can't
I'm
stand
saying,
Naheem. I can't stand his ass. I'm like, and you know,
Ride Dolo from
I
state
hate
to
it in this
state.
book. You remember at her skating party where Kincaid and Naheem see her and their mouths are hanging open like, dang, she looks really good. Like, do y'all remember that part? Her skating party?
yeah.
Right.
It really just, that even pissed me off. I don't even want to see these niggas.
Naheem played himself,
He
bro.
played
Let's just be clear.
himself.
He
He
played
literally
himself in so
did.
many
Now,
ways in
all
the
I mean,
right,
series.
so
It
did
ain't
Kincaid.
even funny.
so let me go into this. It was a part where I was kind of upset with Naeem, right? It was a part where that made me a little upset. Is when she was
Talk
talking to
about
him and he was talking about that he cheated.
My
Basically, she had the
goodness.
condoms in the wallet, the money and all that. And it was like, damn, nah, you talking to her crazy like this. How I'm gonna come on social media and defend you
And
if
she
you out here
got
talking
all the
crazy to her like
evidence.
that? She got all the evidence. Then she not only, she ain't even saying, yo, I'm leaving. She telling you, what can I do to make it better, bro?
She's saying, I will
She is
stop studying.
sufficing
I will
all of
stop
her,
studying
all of
so that
her
I can be the wife to
goals.
you.
Right.
Yes.
And it's
And
like,
he ain't
damn, bro,
shit.
you
He
make it
ain't
hard
shit.
for a person like me. I can't defend that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He ain't shit.
what you want me to
Literally
do,
is
bro?
a
Like,
no.
I don't know. I can't do nothing with that. So that part made me emotional where I was like, that was the first time. Forget the pregnancy. Dude slip up. You know what I'm saying? He ain't the first person to get somebody else pregnant.
Excuse
You know what I'm
me?
saying? We slip up. We just go
Pregnant.
along how we plan. You know what I'm saying? It happened every day though. But it was the point where she's talking to you like, please, begging you, bro. After
can I
you
do?
cheated, she's begging you after you cheated. And then it's like, you're saying, please believe in me. Like, I love you. We can make this work. Just tell me what I got to do. And I'm like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
I can't go on the pod and defend you like that. So that was the only person that had me like, damn, emotional. And that's when I was like, damn, Capri, I really rock with you because you really was. Even though she cheated on him first, that's a different story.
Wait.
We'll get to that book when it happens. I'm just saying, like, I was just like, damn, bro, you can't do no right, bro. Like you got caught not once, not twice, but like 3 times. And it's like, damn, bro. So
It's
that
who
made
you
me like,
are at
that's
this
when I
point.
started an emotional impact, and we'll get to her writing style. But I just felt like we was here. That's what I did care about that. I cared about what happened to Capri. You know what I'm saying? Everything she went through, I started to really like care about her. And that was like the moment that hit hard and it stayed with me because that moment was like, damn, bro, like she really was getting dogged out by this dude. But what about y'all for emotional impact? Because y'all was already
I would
emotionally
say,
locked in. Y'all both were just going off about how great Mir was. So I'll just let y'all have
Well,
that one.
my thing,
oh,
go
go ahead,
ahead.
G, sorry.
No, go ahead. Ladies first.
Okay, I was just gonna say, piggybacking off of Jay's, I think seeing the things that Naheem and Capri went through, it did have an emotional impact on me as well. I've never been a fan of Naheem. Just seeing how, I mean, he kind of, Capone tells Naheem this, you broke her. She was willing to like stop studying for her bar, for school, to stay home. Like, what can I do? And you was just kind of like, whatever. And the thing is, she knew that he was cheating. Even before Tasha, she knew, and she's still like, what can I do to fix this?
Crazy.
The fact that he is still, and that's just indicative of how society is sometimes. Women are expected to give up so much of themselves when it comes to being married. They really do. Like, you're supposed to be home, you're supposed to do this, you want to do this, you're supposed to do this. And any woman who wants to be independent and still have that independence in her marriage, it's almost like she's punished for it. You know, when I was reading some of the reviews for this book and even seeing some of the commentary, there were people who felt like, you know, she wasn't being a good wife to him, you know, because she's focused on this, she's not doing this, and she's not doing that. And it's just like, women still deserve to have their independence even in marriage, especially when you see Naheem was doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do. He's out there in the streets, he's doing stuff that could get his ass locked right back up, and Capri just let him do his thing. He was out all night sometimes too, but when it's her, it's not allowed. Especially,
it burns more.
You know what I mean? When it's her,
why,
because she's a woman, she is supposed to just stay home, suck him up, be there to be his sex toy, and cook and clean and take care of the house while he can do whatever he wants to do. And I just seeing that,
and there's so much more to her, and he's cheating himself.
He's cheating himself. He didn't even get who Capri was. And I think also he had this glamorized version of her because she was catering to him when he was in jail, and he's thinking when he gets out it's going to be the same way. And she has other priorities. She has things that she has to handle. And instead of being proud of her, instead of encouraging her, she passed the bar. He didn't say shit. He didn't do shit. And then to make it up to her, after he admitted that he cheated,
should have been a movie.
Cooks a dinner and he cooks her raw chicken seasoned with pasta seasoning. You know what I mean? And it was just like, tell her how much you really care. You literally, hey, I fucked up. I cheated on you. I literally had a baby. I did all this stuff. Let me make it up to you. Let me
say
cook
you
you a
ain't
home-cooked
important
meal.
without saying.
And then this is what you do. You got all the money in the world. You could take her anywhere she wants to go. You can have somebody come in. You could have fucking Gordon Ramsay fly him in to cook her a meal. And what do? You cook her raw chicken. And then to see everything that she went through, she's begging this man. She's begging him. What can I do? And he's just like, anyway.
I got your follow up.
Go read your books.
I got your follow up.
Go ahead, Drew.
And so my emotion, the part that gave me the most emotional impact, and I hate to beat a dead horse, is still the lighter for me, because one thing about fire does two things, right? It warms and it burns. It
okay,
burn,
come on now.
Right?
Come on now.
And Capri's past relationships, they mostly burn.
They did.
But this time, Mir, he's introducing controlled fire, if you will. He's intentional, he's safe, he's sustaining. This isn't chaotic love we're talking about right here. It's cultivated love, brick by brick. And for the first time, I feel like Mir is unlocking a side of Capri that no one has ever seen.
Absolutely.
Not even her family. And it goes back to the fire, right? He knows how to use Inferno Flame. Man, this is a deep book by Jahquel.
Jules, the fact that they literally are the Inferno gods. I didn't even think about
Inferno gods. She's the Inferno goddess. And there's a scene later on in this series that really put Capri on the stage where she's giving orders. And it's so beautiful. I can't wait to see the movie. Jahquel, y'all better make a series, TV series, or something out of this.
You know who I feel
Jordan
like?
Poole. You know what I mean?
I feel like, though? I feel like, I'm gonna be honest, right? Before we get into the end of this jump, man.
Because we going.
You ever felt like, you know what I feel like? Method Man, bro. Going after Inspector Deck on Triumph. How am I supposed to follow up after I bomb atomically? And then they like, now you go. And I'm like,
we just going in over here.
They like, you go, and I'm like, well, I gotta turn it up. Well,
we just enhancing the air around here.
And it's like
enhancing the air right here.
He just went in, and it's like I gotta listen to that, and then like, yeah, now you go.
Like,
put your hands in the air.
Did you see the story Jay-Z did with DMX?
Yeah,
he was
that's
like,
what I'm saying. Yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah, it's like, now you go. And everybody's waiting for me to be like, everybody's waiting for me to be like, well, the consciousness of Qasim due to the mathematics. Like, I don't have that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's him. So don't expect me to come behind and be philosophical. No, I'm going to say Naeem. I'm going to be like, you know how you get him. Naeem before Tasha. You got to say something, bro. You know what I mean? So, yo, man, this is so dope, man. They not messing.
This is the Bookfest Club, baby.
I ain't even gonna get into that because they're gonna say we.
That's why we always gotta let him go last, because
that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, I gotta follow this up
with Jules.
And Jay-Z. Now I feel like that because it's like, now here you go, and it's like, here we go.
It's the Kevin Hart meme.
But you my man, so I love it. You know, we're the pod together, man. So you already know that.
Come on, man. You know how we get down.
Always originality, man. I feel like this is new flavor. I ain't even got nothing to say about that. This is just new flavor.
Absolutely.
We just explained everything to y'all about this book, what this book is about. Jew came through with the philosophical. Key came through with her shining, her knight in shining armor love.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
it was very original, and it's different from the other ones. It was, because I told you, Capadonna, the beginning of his felt like Capone. I mean, they're twins, even though they have different personalities, but the stories felt very similar. How they met the women that they love, they see them once, and it's like, oh, you're my woman. How they're really going to war with people because they be fucking with their women. Like, they mirrored each other. Capri's a whole new story, whole new cast of characters. We're getting more about the Inferno guys, which of course is great because Qasim's book is next. Like, the originality just took off. It soared. It was amazing. I've never read anything like it. And I feel that way about each and every one of Jahquel's books. Even the ones that are similar, I've never read another book like her. She is the master with that pen. I'm telling you.
What about you, Ju?
Man, listen, man. This is the best. Man, this is crazy, bro. This is the best. It's the best love story, bro. It's the most growth. Absolutely. Most relatable in real life relationship.
That part.
100%, bro. Because it wasn't built on trauma bonding.
Yeah.
It wasn't built on chaos. It wasn't built on lust. They had a celibacy vow between each other. It was built on identity. It was built on intentionality. just alignment, where I feel like Quamir did a good job of just aligning energy and where they was and just meeting her where she was and understanding boundaries.
He didn't always understand boundaries. He did jump out of that truck when she went on a date with her.
And I was gonna get into that. Like right before we ended, I was gonna get into that. But we can get
he
into
said,
it.
I was in the truck. I was thinking if I was gonna jump out.
He did say that. He was like, yo, do you want? He texted her first at least. He did text her like, yo,
he be
do you
struggling,
want?
but he be trying though.
You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like he definitely. Now before we wrap this up, y'all, I don't want to miss this one, right? Her writing style, because I know this is a Jew topic right here. Her writing style, Jew. What did you think about her writing style in this book? Being that it's a different version of what we're used to seeing, with a woman being in charge now, with a woman at the head of the table of a book. And what did you think? And then we'll let Key go after.
It was power, right? It was, I love how she elevated the position of a woman. And yes, of course it's a woman, but we need to see just the power of a woman. And we got to saw that. We got to see that. The power of a woman. And I say that because this is the same woman who could walk up into the Rucker with J's on and a crazy outfit that turned heads, but can also step foot in the courtroom, as we're going to see later, right? I feel like Jahquel did a great job at just developing the character of Capri. And I feel like Jahquel's writing in the Capri series is the crowning achievement of this entire Delgado series.
Same here. I share the same sentiment. What about you, Key?
Yeah, I feel like the writing was really good, and I really liked the slower pace. Like I said, it wasn't as action-packed as the rest of them, but speaking to what Jules has said, Capri and Quamir's relationship was not built in toxic love. It wasn't made of because, they got to fight this person and he has to protect her or rescue her from any situation, kind of like Capone and Capadonna. Like, it was built on love. It was built on trust. The fact that Quamir takes their relationship so seriously that he has a meeting with his dad, Capri's dad, and both of the Delgado brothers. Like, I'm going to come to y'all man to man. I'm feeling Capri. Do I have y'all permission? That was on some respect type shit. Because remember,
I love that.
Like, what guy do you know is going to do that? And he didn't even have to. They're grown-ass adults. Capri is a grown-ass woman, but he has so much respect. He even bought his own dad because he was like, this is going to affect how, the Inferno guys are. We blended families here. Kincaid didn't think to do that. You know what I mean? And you work for Capadonna and Capone, and you never thought to be like, what, let me step to them and see if it's okay to mess with. But that is the kind of man that Quamir is. He's serious. He takes relationships serious. He takes Capri serious. He's intentional with every single thing he did. The fact that, like I said, he wasn't just throwing his daughter in Capri's face. You know what I mean? I love that even, because it's just like, no matter how much I like you, even if we friends, I got to know we on that level before I'm introducing another woman to my daughter. Like, I don't play about that. He doesn't play about fatherhood. He doesn't play about his relationships. I just really, really love that. And I feel like with Capri being the main narrator, it did have like a softer touch, but it's still plenty of other points of view to counter that. Yeah, it wasn't reckless. And I definitely think you still get other male point of views as a series. So I think men would still enjoy this series, but just the softer touch, the slower pace, the family, like the way they all go and support Jaden when he goes to play that game. Like, you sense the togetherness, and Capri is at the center of all that. I hope people realize that with that story. She is at the center of this family. Like, so many people, like, she is literally the center. She's connected and helping all these different things. She is literally directly at the center, and to just have her be the focus to get what she wants. The writing was fantastic.
I feel like the writing also, just to piggyback, just real quick, the writing around her relationship with Peach was also just crazy, setting her up to be a bonus mom. It was sneaky powerful. She showed Mir as well as Peach that, man, listen, I'm nurturing, I'm mature, I'm ready for this legacy. Like, I'm not afraid of, like, your children.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put it like this. I'm not afraid of your situation with your baby mom, And so I feel like this showed an extremely mature side of Capri. She just wasn't falling in love with Quamir. She was falling in love with his family.
Yes.
And so I think that was beautiful. And we see more of that as the story goes on.
And we can't finish this episode off without talking about, Qasim, because he's in the book too, right?
Yeah, I feel bad for him.
You kind of, we don't know the sentiment yet for Qasim because we haven't gotten to book one of Qasim yet, but just a little bit that Mir shared in this book for Qasim, it kind of just shows you like these Inferno guards go on a deeper level. you know,
They do.
and Qasim is a layer that's definitely going to need to be peeled back piece by piece, because even as he said it, you know, watching his daughter perish before his eyes, you know,
His
watching
wife
his wife
by
get
the
killed
chrome
in front of
vipers.
him. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
Mir
it's
being
forever
that,
up.
be supportive person for him, and just the support that Mir. That's one of the things that I did like about Kwame, was that he really showed up for true brotherhood. Like, that brotherhood word get passed out, because blood don't make you brothers, right? It make you brothers
Absolutely.
on paper, but it doesn't make you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that it factor when it comes to your brother. So him being there and bringing his daughter around to kind of lighten the mood for Qasim definitely was one of the parts that had me hooked. Although it was a sad
Yeah.
part, it still
It
had
was
me hooked,
sad.
because I was like, that made me more interested in Qasim in that
It
moment.
did.
But
Yeah.
what parts had you guys hooked?
I definitely want to say the stuff that happened with Qasim. Oh my goodness. Like, the fact that he was going to kill himself, you know, his
Right, he was
daughter's
definitely gonna
dead,
kill himself. Word.
his wife's dead, his mom's got early onset Alzheimer's.
Mhm.
Like, he was going through, like, he lost like everybody so quickly, you know, and then he got his little brother Quamir looking up to him, and just,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, being the oldest and going through things mentally, it has to be the hardest thing. You know, and I'm the oldest. You know, you go through stuff, you want to be strong for your siblings, but when
Right.
they see you, like, damn. And just like you said, the way that Quamir had his brother, like, he was not going to let his brother take his life if he could help it. He was there to support him. And just seeing how much, oh my gosh, Qasim likes Blair. Oh my gosh. Like, he likes her so much.
But Blair was doing I don't know, man. Qasim was just acting weird around Blair.
But I got it.
I
She
couldn't
has
get it.
cancer, right? She has
Yeah,
cancer.
she got cancer too.
His
So he's
daughter
scared.
died from cancer. So
Right.
I understood just the way that Jahquel put that. Like, he's
Yeah, she
attracted
was
and he
right.
likes this
I ain't
woman.
gonna lie, she was in her bag. It was like
The
what they
way
say, you
that-
got an album coming out. This is your last. You rapping like you got an album coming out.
No,
She was right.
for real.
She was right.
Just that contradiction. He likes her, right? But she is suffering from the same thing that took his daughter from him. So he's rightfully afraid. He's like, wait a minute, because what if he gets attached and then she's gone too? There's another person from his life that's gone. You know, I mean, it's only so much a man can take. But I really love seeing how they all thought he was gay because
that was crazy.
They was like,
he's so disciplined. He's like, I thought he was gay.
I thought he was gay. And Cat was like, I don't know about none of that. Like, but as we wrap this up, man, like, we're gonna go with you, Key, first. You know, here at the Bookfest Club, you know what I'm saying? We do our book ratings, 1 through 5. We do our bookmarks 1 through 5, you know, 5 being the highest, a classic, right?
Yep.
This is the first book in Capri series, right? So being that it's the first book in Capri series, what are you giving it on a scale of 1 to 5?
I gave it infinity bookmarks over and over.
Bookmarks?
Infinity
She's
bookmarks.
saying that Capri Book 1.
There's a lot of books out there,
instant classic. That's what she's
matter.
saying right now.
Yeah.
She's giving it the book. Yo, that's crazy that she's stamping it with a classic.
You only gonna love it.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're only gonna continue
but, you know,
to love
I'm not like
if you're
Jay.
saying
Jay
Capri Book 1 is a classic, then we gotta. Whoa, Nelly.
Jay is the one. He will be like, nah, I can't give the first book 5 because it got to
you don't know what's going to happen in the rest of the books.
I rate each book indivially.
I'm
love
listening.
this book. Y'all know Capri.
So she giving it. This is a classic.
My favorite character.
Y'all.
It's a classic.
Y'all hearing this first.
It was beautiful. The connection, the writing, the emotional impact. You see how upset I get about Amy, what she's going through, how I feel what Capri is going through. The book, I was just so emotionally invested. Like, I felt like I was in the book and living the lives of the character through Jahquel's writing. It was just amazing. It was fantastic. I love Capri. That's literally like my best friend. That's how I feel when I'm reading it. Like, yes, girl. Like, when she be doing it, I'm like, yes, bestie. Like, and just like when Amir was like, don't be Charter and Jesse no jet. I was thinking the same thing. Like, girl, do not give that bitch no jet. Like, she do not deserve you. True. You know, that's how I felt. I felt connected. I felt like Jahquel had stuck her pen that was connected to the book into my veins. And I just felt like invigorated while I was reading it. So yes, infinity bookmarks. If you don't know what that means, that's not 5 out of 5 bookmarks. That's infinity. That means the bookmarks never end for this book. As many bookmarks as you can think, that was this book for me. So
he said Capri is a classic. What about you, Juke? What about you?
I give Capri 1 of 4.5 bookmarks.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you because let's talk Quamir, all right? Because this is why this whole story works. This story doesn't work without Quamir.
That's a fact.
And,
I agree.
And he says this, and this is a quote from book 1. He says, "Sugar deserves someone who was going to put her first for once.
For once, yeah, that's true.
And Jahquel just went from there. Because that line right there, that's the thesis of this entire relationship.
Yep.
And she just keeps delivering
She does.
and delivering. And, Quamir didn't try to fix Capri. He didn't try to possess Capri. He just made a decision that, he was going to prioritize her in a way that no one else has. And man, I'm learning from this guy. Like, let's be clear, in my own, I'm learning from this educated
you can learn
thug.
from him, right?
Real, I'm taking notes, Quamir.
And that's some things that people don't really want to take from it. As a man reading this book, I'm taking notes from all three of the men all of the men that's in here. It's just stuff that you don't remember. Man, we get so tied up. And I think that this is what Jahquel books do for me as a man, and why I feel like more men should read her books. We get time to stop in our tracks and actually listen to something that we could do for our ladies.
Yes.
And I think that don't get talked about because we're so much of providers and, we just moving and grooving. It's just the little stuff, not the big stuff. Because we can remember anniversaries, birthdays, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day if they got kids. But it's the small little gestures. It's the small things in the books that make us, that we forget sometimes as men because we have a whole lot on our plate and life be life. And so when I listen to these books, just some of the small things in the book, I slide over on my side and I'm like, damn. So she kind of, impact me with that in a minute. But for me, I gave it 4 stars, right? Well, 4 bookmarks. And the only reason why I gave it 4 bookmarks is because I know the book. We read it, right? We read it. It's going to be classics. It's like 4 or 5 of these. It's going to be classics. I promise you. This is just we preparing. These the hors d'oeuvres right here.
People said it, man.
Right now.
This is the appetizer.
This is the appetizers right now. This is spinach dip from Applebee's. You feel me?
I can't wait then. If
it's going to be classics. When we get to that Amy scene, we get to that Amy book, it's going to be some classics. I guarantee you. So it's just,
because here's the thing. Jahquel, throughout the whole Delgado series, you got to think. Jahquel is getting better.
Yes, I was gonna say that
she's becoming a better writer.
I'm seeing you can see it from Capone 1 all the way to this book. And I'm gonna just say this: Jay don't like when I talk about writing and editing. He didn't do. I rolled my eyes because I thought he was gonna mention this. But let me just say this: the writing was great. The editing was great. It was fantastic. And you just see the improvement. And I think that is what shows someone who's serious about their craft. She's already started like way up here, but just the fact that she's already on this level, the upper echelons, and she continues to get better and continue to level up with every single book. Do you know how crazy and impossible that is? I've read authors and they say this, all their books. One of which, Natasha Preston. She's a thriller writer. Her books all are at the same level, every single one. Jahquel, consistently higher. And she's already started so high. So that's the thing, and it just keeps getting better and better and better. So yeah,
she just keep getting better, man. She keep getting better, man. Is there any parts before we get out of here for real? Is there any parts of the book that y'all feel like y'all didn't get a chance to, hit the people with?
I just want to go to the dedication of the book.
Clears.
The dedication of the book, Jahquel said, this book was to every woman who has ever lost herself and had to fight to find her again. That's the dedication. And I felt
that's when it's going to get crazy.
That's what you know what I mean? And I feel like that was a theme of the book. Women finding themselves. Amy continuing her education. Capri leaning into this law degree that she has, you know what I mean? Leaning into her own. And I want to also say Jahquel supports other women authors. There was this part in the book where Capri is reading. She was reading Forever My Lady by C. Wilson. And she was also reading Finding My Way Out of Darkness by Brianna Michelle. So this is 2 other Black authors. And I just love that Jahquel included that in the book. I love women who read. Capri reads. But just, she's
that was clever. That was real slick.
You know what I mean?
That was
I
real
love
slick,
that she just threw that in. So it's just like women supporting women. That's why I said this book was amazing. Jahquel, shout out to you. This is probably my favorite book of the series. And y'all know how much I love Capone. But Quamir, it's like Capone, Quamir. This is what I'm at right now. It's like right here. So Capone has my heart, but Quamir, he creeping up there.
Just wait and see.
You guys have it. Y'all been waiting for Capri Book 1. It's here. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to get into. It's 3-4 more books. And you know what I'm saying? We're going to be bringing it. This is going to be the this is how she raised her level up. So now we raising our level up and we just going and getting to it now. Y'all seen the emotional impact today. Y'all seen a bunch. Y'all seen the philosophical, y'all seen the hood, the little ratchet. Y'all seen it all in this episode, man. But yo, until next time, I'm the speaker, Keys the reader, and we got Jules the architect. Y'all, peace.
No doubt.
Peace.
Peace.